Good evening. I kindly invite you all to join to this collective aspiration for the goodness, health, peace, joy to all of us. We start by chanting Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Arvindaya. Om Anandamayi. Om Chaitanyamayi. Om Satyamayi. Om Parame. Tatsaviturvaram Rupam Jyotihi Parasya Dhimahi Yennaha Satyena Deepaye. O Lord, with full faith, love and surrender, we are ready for Thy victory. Om Peace, Peace, Peace.
The world's desire compelled her mortal birth. One in the front of the immemorial quest, a thinker and toiler in the ideal's air, brought down to earth's dumb need her radiant power. Or behind the ambiguous screen. Then came the abrupt, transcendent miracle, the vast, immaculate grandeur could outline, at travail in the occult womb of life. His dreamed magnificence of things to be, a crown of the architecture of the world, a mystery of married earth and heaven. A seer was born, a shining guest of time. For him, mind's limiting firmament ceased above. The landmarks of the little person fell. The island eagle joined its continent. Overpast was this world of rigid, limiting form. Life's barriers opened into the unknown. He sat in secret chambers, looking out into the luminous country of seen and true. He lived in the mystic space where thought is born and will is nursed by an ethereal power and fed on the white milk of the eternal strength till it grows into the likeness of a God. Lifting the heavy curtain of the flesh, he stood upon a threshold, serpent watched, and peered into the gleaming endless corridors, silent and listening in the silent heart for the coming of the new and the unknown. He gazed across the empty stillness and heard the footsteps of the undreamed idea in the far avenues of the beyond. The kings of evil and the kings of good, apparent at the reason's judgment seat, proclaim the gospel of their opponents, and all believe themselves spokesmen of God, the gods of light and titans of the dark, battled for his soul as for a costly fight. There, knowing herself by her own termless self, wisdom supernal, wordless absolute, sat uncompanioned in the eternal calm, all seeing, motionless, sovereign, alone. An old pull of subconscious chords renewed. It draws the unwilling spirit from the height, or a dull gravitation drags us down to the blind driven inertia of our base. some remembered time, or soared above the peak from which it fell. Each time you hold, there was a larger voice, a dwelling on a higher spirit plane. The light remained in him a longer space.
Sri Aurobindo's The World Game, The Ishvara to the Ishwari, from Collected Poems. In God years yet unmeasured by a man's thought, or by the earth's dance or the moon's spin, I have guarded the law of the invisible for the sake of thy smile, O sweet. While lives followed, innumerable winged lives, as if birds crossing a wide sea. I have watched on the path of the centuries for the light of thy running feet. The earth's dancing with the sun in his fire robes, was it not thou circling my flame soul? The gazings of the moon in its nectar joy were my look questing for thee through space. The world's haste and the racing of the tense mind and the long gallop of fleet years were my speed to arrive through the flux of things and to neighbor at last thy face. The earth seeking is mine, and the immense scope of the slow aeons my heart's way. For I follow a secret and sublime will and the steps of thy mother might. In the dumb brute and the peering of man's brain, and the calm sight in a god's eyes, it is I who am questing in life's broken ways for thy laughter and love and light. When time moved not yet, nor space was unrolled wide, for thy game of the worlds I gave. myself to thy delightful hands of power, to govern me and move and drive. To earth's dumbness I fell for thy desire's sport, weaving my spirit stuff in a million patterned shapes of souls made with me alive. The worlds are only a playfield of thou, I, and a hued mask of the two one. I am in thee as thou art in me, O love. We are closer than heart and breast. From thee I leap forth, struck to a spirit spark. I mount back in the soul's fire. To our motion the stars whirl in the swing of time. Our oneness is nature's rest. When light first from the unconscious immense broke to create nebula and sun, it was the meeting of our hands through the empty night that enkindled the fateful blaze. The huge systems abandoned their inert trance, and this green crater of life rose, that we might look on each other form on form from the depths of a living gaze. The mind travelled in its ranges tire on tire, with its wide-eyed or its rapt thought. My thought toiling laboured to know all myself in thee, to our atoms and widths and deeps. My all yearned to thy all to be held close, to the heart, and to self, as a sea with the sea joins, or limbs with limbs, and as waking's delight with sleeps. When mind pinnacled is lost in thy light vasts, and the man drowns in the gods, thy truth shall ungirdle its golden flames, and thy diamond whiteness blaze. My souls illumined shall discover their joy self. They shall clasp all in the near one, and the sorrow of the heart shall turn to bliss, and thy sweetness possess earth's days. Then shall life be thy arms drawing thy own clasp to thy breast's rapture, or calm peace, with thy joy for the spirit's immortal flame, and thy peace for its deathless base. Our eyes meeting the long love, shut in deep ice, and our beings held fast and one. I shall know that the game was well worth the toil, whose end is thy divine embrace. Thank you. Let us carry the peace, light, and joy. Thank you. Good night.